So what these are is groupings of cells, right? In my particular case, I am in a grouping with 4 other rooms, and each of these groupings has its own what's called a day room, in which you come out and there's a table, a shower, a phone, and a shelf that has some books, and occasionally a library. Occasionally magazines or newspapers. But usually, usually you're coming out and you have to use the phone or the shower. Each of us only comes out for an hour a day, and we each come out separate.
Okay, so you're in your cell, other than when you're in court, you're in your cell how many hours a day?
23 hours a day.
Okay, and when you come out, the other inmates are not out at that time?
No. I'm not allowed around anybody else without some kind of restraint on. And without some kind of restraint on, or without guards, or both.
And do you, are you like in a cell with bars?
Actually, no, it's a steel door. That it's basically 2 plates of steel welded together. There's an acrylic window about a foot high and about 6 inches, about a foot and a half high and about 6 inches wide, put into the one on the side of about eye level of the door. So,
So there's a small window in the door?
Higher than it is wide, and the guards look in on that to make sure you're not, hanging yourself or whatever. There's a little trap door in the middle of the door that locks and unlocks. They open it up to pass the dental through and whatnot, and then when you're done, you put the tray out underneath.
Do you have what accommodations do you have within your cell? About how big is your cell?
It's
compared to the jury box.
It's about the size of the jury box back there. That jury box, yeah.
Smaller one, about that size roughly?
About that size roughly, very roughly. I think it's smaller than that though.
And what do you have in your cell? Do you have like a toilet and stuff in there and a bed?
I have a toilet, a sink, a bed, a stool, and a very small table about the size of, actually smaller than this.
Small table?
Smaller than this, yes.
Do you have a window to the outside?
I have a small window, yes.
About how big is it? Show us with your hands.
It's about this wide.
8 inches, 10 inches wide?
Well, on the inside it bevels inward, right?
I see.
So it flares inward. So on the inside it's about 8 inches. On the outside it's about 3 inches. And it goes across most of one wall. Across most of one wall.
Okay, so it's pretty long.
Yeah, it's pretty long. I can look out and see the sunset. It's nice.
Okay, and when you are out for your hour a day, can you interact with the other inmates on your pod?
Only if, mostly through shouting through the doors.
Okay, so their pass-throughs are not open?
No.
Okay, but
no, they're not open, they're locked.
And have you talked to some guys and developed some relationships while you're in there?
I have. I have talked to some guys, and I've tried to help them kind of get their stuff together.
What do you mean by that?
Put them on a road so that they're not ending up back here.
Put them on a what?
Put them on a road so that they're not ending up back here. Kind of help them develop compassion and a sense of responsibility, and the idea that maybe there's more to life than just hustling and drugs and acting silly and coming back in here for losing their control. And like maybe there is some reason both like have some level of control. Maybe there is something worth looking for. One of the things that I've done over the years is actually teach myself drawing, and I've actually gotten pretty good at it. Drawing, and I've actually gotten pretty good at it by this point. And to the point where I've been able to both show. Sometimes people see it and so they're like, "Wow, that's really good. I wish I could be." It's like, look, all it takes is effort. All it takes is trying. I mean, and then I tell them about how Jimi Hendrix. the reason that he was so good was because he put a lot of work into it. He wasn't just, okay, he picked up the guitar and he was brilliant overnight. If you actually put effort into something, you can make something really awesome. I mean, I've met some really smart guys in here. I've met some people who, are actually really pretty good guys, but they just, took some bad steps and just don't really know what to do with their lives.
Why do you bother doing this?
Because, one, they deserve to be helped if possible, and not only for their sake, but for the sake of the people that care about them and the community at large, and also because I have this burden of I made this horrible loss to the world, and if I can go off and do anything to repay it in any way, shape, or form, I should be doing so. And I view this as making some effort towards doing that. I mean, it seems absurd, but in my own little way, I'm trying to go off and help kind of save these people's lives from being, if nothing else, stupid. Or at least inhuman,
Do people ever listen to you?
Sometimes. I don't do it with everybody because, most people aren't really inclined to listen, and some people are actually, you try and help them and they decide that this would be a good thing, that they're more interested in turning to the prosecutor and trying to sell me out for trying to help them than actually doing anything with their own lives and trying to get better themselves. But fortunately that hasn't happened too many times, but it makes it really hard for me to go and try and help edify people. Still, I do try when I can. When I get somebody who really seems like they listen and who I respect and who I think respects me enough to listen. So.
Joe, I'm going to show you what's been marked Defense Exhibit 305 for identification. Do you recognize what that is?
Yeah.
What are those? Just flip through. I don't need a detailed description of everything in that packet. I'm asking you generally, what is that?
So far, these are all pictures I did.
Okay. Pictures that you did here in jail?
Yes.
Tell us, what medium do you have to work with?
I were able to go off and get sketch pads, which is paper like this, and I work with just regular pencils, half-size pencils, and regular eraser. I also use a piece of newspaper that's been rolled up, and I use that for smudging, or sometimes I use a little piece of toilet paper for smudging and smoothing details.
Okay. So do you recognize those as drawings that you've done here in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me go off and go through the rest of these, and then I'll, just to make sure.
Sure.
Okay. Remember that one? That was nice. Again. Oh, yeah.
I would offer Exhibit 305 for admission into evidence.
Any objection, Mr. Reporter? Well, ordinarily, Your Honor, I wouldn't, but I couldn't tell from Mr. McEnroe's reactions whether he was recognizing these or not.
Yes.
Do you,
yes.
Do you recognize
I do all those.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you. And I'm not going to pass every one of these around to the jury. I just want to put a couple on the Elmo to give them a sense
Whatever you like.
what it is you're drawing.
Okay.
So how do you do these drawings? You freehand, or do you have something you look at, or what?
Usually I'm working off of pictures from magazines. I don't remember what magazine that particular picture was from.
We're looking at a picture of an elephant here?
Yes.
Okay. And put up another picture here. Is that another one of yours?
Yeah. That thingy up in the corner is Tarsio.
That's the type of shell that it is?
No, the other corner.
Oh, I see.
The
animal?
Yeah, the prosimian. And of course there's a female gorilla below that and all that other stuff.
Okay. There's a picture here I'm going to put up of a woman. You like drawing women, Joe?
Yes.
You draw a lot of those?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
It gives me a
And,
chance to work with females because otherwise I'm around guys all the time.
Okay. And so those are some examples of what's in there. I guess I'll put up one more. Do you use examples to draw these pictures of women?
Yes.
So are some of them, like what kind of examples do you use?
That one in particular comes from a recent magazine article of Shailene Woodley. She was apparently in this movie, The Fault in Our Stars. That was from that.
The Fault in Stars?
Fault in Our Stars. And those will, I get fashion magazines and they'll have people in those magazines. You know, promos for movies and stuff.
And I'm just going to choose.
Hold on, I didn't really know.
Promos for movies and stuff.
Okay. I'm just going to choose one of these and ask to pass it around the jury for them to see.
Okay.
That's acceptable to the court? Right. I'm almost finished, so I'm trying to be done. I think I have less than 5 minutes, Your Honor.
I think it might be best just break. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'd ask that they pass that around and then take the break.
You did want to show the Pokemon?
Pardon me?
You did want to show the Pokemon?
You
One
want
moment,
to
please.
show the what?
Okay. Pokemon.
Joe, I'll ask questions if I have them, okay?
Okay,
Can
sorry.
ask you to sit tight.
You ask the questions. Okay.
We're okay if you 5 minutes.
That's. I think we'll take the judge up on his
Okay.
request that we
Thank
break.
you, though, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And as the jury just passed this around, I just want to identify for the record which drawing that was. Joe, would you just please describe what's depicted in that particular drawing?
Okay.
In general terms, not with too much detail.
There was some gal, and then there's a
The
frog.
gal referring to a woman?
Yes, Rachel Nichols, in fact.
Your Honor, may I interrupt just for a second? Is there a production number on the bottom right corner?
No,
There's not?
no.
I think that the way these were marked was... Oh, I see. Hold on, let me tell you the production number, Mr. Earsworth. There's not a production number on the exhibit itself. Please continue, Mr. McEnroe.
Okay, and it's got. It's also got a picture of Tuffy, which was the last of its particular species, a little frog, and this little minion guy.
Mini?
Minion.
That's the cartoon character?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it is, but it was cute though.
But it was what?
It was cute and it amused me.
Okay. I'm going to return this to the exhibit, and just for the record, the picture that was passed around to the jury was produced to the state under production number 03544.
Thank you. Yeah, why don't we break to the new hour right now, so we can look at impact number 2. Don't discuss the case amongst yourselves or with anyone else over the new hour, and don't do any kind of research. Most feedback here is one page.
That's probably wise. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. So we will see you all at 1:30. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to